What's good, YouTube? It's me, your boy Squiddy, back in another video. We're here at the YCS 250th in LA. I just bubbled out on the last round, so I finished with 9-3 record, unfortunately. I lost to the Dretron player, so I didn't make it, but I played KASHTIRA. Unfortunately, it's just like the deck that I think had the least weaknesses going into the event, so I just succumbed and decided to play it. Yeah, I guess I give a quick shout out, obviously, to Marcus Sue for lending me this entire deck, because I did not have any of it. He hooked me up with like 3 of everything, all the staples, everything on Friday. He just like messaged me out of the blue saying, hey, do you want this deck? So big shout out to him and MJS Collectibles. I'll leave a link below in the description to their stuff as well, to his store. And also a big shout out to Cynthia for helping me, inviting me here and just like sponsoring me for the flight and everything. So big shout out to her, because she's always helping me out with stuff and like inviting me to go to Yu-Gi-Oh events. So big shout out. And then shout out to the Montreal guys, the whole squad that came out. Yeah, but without further ado, I guess we just dive in the video. So yeah, really standard, unfortunately, but I don't know, it's unique that I think you guys can look at the different deck profiles, and if this is around, then you might be able to learn some new things about engine, non-engine, so on and so forth. So yeah, 3 Fender, 3 Unicorn, 2 Rise Heart. I think you still need 2, because it does come up in the grind game, and because I played Desires, like the banished one, sometimes you do need it. And then 1 Scareclaw KASHTIRA, it's just like good for outing stuff like Dragon and whatnot. And then I also played Hand Trap, so I played 2 Nib and 3 Ash. Ashes, I think, is really good against Brandon, and also against like the mirror match. You just do Theosis or like field spell. I actually think it might be correct to Ash on certain field spells, because they have a chance of passing. And like a lot of good players are like using the monsters first to search like a Theosis to play around Droll Mockbird. So if they go field spell as a first action, there's a good chance that they don't actually have a monster. And then Nib, I thought that no one was playing Nib because everyone was A-Rise passing in like the regionals previously, and I figured this might be the event that people don't respect Nib and start going full combo again. So I figured I'd try it. It was okay. It's just annoying in this deck that you have to get rid of the Nib body itself, so either with Donner or crashing into the token. But I think overall it's good enough to play for this event. It was okay.
Why only 2 Nibiru's?
I think 3. Like, you never want to see 2. And then like it's kind of a card that's also like good in the grind game as well. So if you go first, it's a lot of times very good in the mirror match, because they have to do more than 5 summons to clear your board, like with Big Eye, and also like steal your eyes, and then you can just do this and come back. And I think like 3, you don't want to draw 2 ever. Like if they play around it, you just have 2 breaks in your hand. So just like seeing 1 is good enough. And I want to keep it 40. So. And then spell cards, I played the 5 pots. Shout out to Jesse Cotton for the Desires. I mean, I've always been an advocate of this card. I played it in Sprite as well. I just think this deck, because it's like 20 non-engine and the main engine is so small, a lot of times you break, so you have to see these cards. It's kind of annoying having both, because a lot of times like if they don't ash this, it's just dead. And then certain times you draw them off of each other. But I think they're still good. I think you can side this out in the mirror match, because like sometimes banishing your resources is not as good, even though you can attach them. But I think you should play 5 just to consistency. And then 3 Theosis, Terraforming in the field spells, 3 bursts, pretty standard stuff. By the way, if you open Theosis in a monster, you should probably just use, like, let's say you have Fenrir, just special Fenrir, and then play Theosis before you use the effect, because a lot of people are playing Gamma. So if you like use this, it gets Gamma, you can't Theosis and you lose. So yeah, just remember to play around Gamma, guys. And then the non-engine spells, 3 Book of Moon. I think it's just like the best one, going first and second. And then Book of Eclipse is really bad. Like it loses to all the things that Book of Moon does, plus Ash. And obviously if they have like a counter side, so something like a Book of Moon and you Eclipse, and they Book of Moon your Fenrir and you can't play, they get to draw a card, so you just lose on the spot. Whereas this is just like, there's no drawback really. And then 2 Tactics. This card was actually decent. I just want to play like multiples, like 2 ofs, as many of I could have, like 1 per turn. Non-engine, because like they're just highly impactful and you only want to draw 1 of. So this card was decent, and I did a lot of steal. Like it breaks the Rise Heart board on its own, being able to steal. You can loot your opponent's hand and then also draw 2 if you have to. And then 2 Yukon. This is like the best card in the mirror match. You can play 3. It's decent going first as well, because you often like you might have a body, so you can just tribute and steal something to disrupt them, or you can turn something into defense if they try to make Zeus. So yeah, really good. And then 3 Lance. I think it's just like the best card going first and second. You should side this out certain matchups going second, because they don't side like Sprites. I don't know if they play anything other than double cross, but it's just really good to push your plays through. And then 1 Big Bang. I don't side this out going second anymore against the mirror match, because I think it's really good. It allows you to have like 2 monsters with the It allows you to make 3 monsters or just 1 unicorn into 5 materials essentially. So you get like the Shangri-La into an A-Rise Heart, which is like the price of 3 for 1, and then you get these other 2 to make any rank 7. So I think it's good enough that you should play it. There's a play that I've been doing. Shout out to my friend Anthony Ackroth, who kind of play tested me. He's my play testing partner. And we did this play where we just put a double Rise Heart on the table, and then you add this back to your hand with Teosis banishing it and set it. So this is like essentially double a Rise Heart off 1 card. So it's really, really cool. And then side deck, Shifter, you have to play it 2 Bell for Math Mech and also random decks like Dratron and Branded, obviously. And same with 3 Barrier. We just saw that Barrier is just so we have something going first against Branded because we don't really have a lot. It was really, really good. It's also decent against Sprite, but they can still kill you with the card that boosts the Gamma Burst. So I don't know if it's good to side and going forward. Anchor Top should be in everyone's side deck. It's just broken. And then 3 Dark Ruler for the Sprite board, because a lot of people are playing Sprite, and that board is like impossible to crack without this. This card is really, really amazing, so I definitely recommend playing it. And then just some cards for Back Row Labyrinth for Cosmic, the Runics as well. I was missing the finger card, the Appointer. I think you guys should play it because it's really, really good going first. So I definitely should have played that over 1 Barrier. My tokens. And then the side deck, 3 A-Rise. I think you have to play 3, especially when we're doing a play where you make 2. Double Zeus, so you can't get ripped. Double Shangri-La, can't get ripped. Double Big Eye, same thing. And then just the one of Draco Sack. This is really, really good. A lot of times you can go like Fenrir, search Unicorn, and if you have like the Rise Heart, you can special summon it, make this, pop something, sacrifice itself, and then summon Unicorn, search Birth, and just full combo. This card is insane because you can banish Teosis and add something back. Mind Hacker, I deck someone out. This is kind of funny. And then Skull Wagon, Garura just for prosperity, and then Donner. This card never came up. It's only really for back row decks. And yeah, that's about it. Like, I'll show you guys really, really quickly a combo. Sorry, man. I know your arm's probably getting tired.
No, you're fine. You're fine, dude.
So we basically, if you have this in like a field spell or any way to get like either a Rise Heart or a Scareclaw, one or the other, you can just make double Rise Heart off essentially 1 card and have 4 cards in hand. So you summon this, you search Teosis, and it's really important you play Teosis. Unfortunately, this does lose out to Ash certain times when you don't have extenders, but I still think it's worth it, especially in the mirror match, because you don't want to invest more than 1 card if you don't have to onto the table. That's like Engine. So if you like do the birth play where you summon Fenrir, you're investing 2 cards to make that board, and then if they have like evenly or they crack your board, you're down to like 3 cards in hand, minus like whatever card you set for non-engine. So I think this is better, just use 1 card. Teosis this, obviously summon Fenrir, and then add Rise Heart, add it to hand, and then this is your hand, you special Rise Heart, you make Shangri-La, and then you banish the trap, and then Big Bang, so you chain link 1 to lock, chain link 2 Big Bang, you summon out the Unicorn, obviously just standard combo. And then from here, what we do is we overlay the Shangri-La into this first A-Rise Heart. And then what you do here is use effective Scareclaw Cash to banish Teosis. So chainlink 1 A-Rise to attach, and chainlink 2 Teosis adds this back to your hand. And then you attach the Teosis, so you have Teosis follow-up, and then you use these 3 to make your second A-Rise Heart. And this is really nice because it plays around like Kaiju's because it was really popular. And then you set Big Bang. So this is essentially you still have 4 cards in hand. You have double Rise Heart activations, and then you have Big Bang as well. And then when you Big Bang, it gets banished because this is on the table, and you can use the effect to summon back your Fenrir. And you also get an attach off Teosis, so you're getting like a +4 value off of like 1 card. So we were doing this a lot because we didn't think people were getting nibbed. I only got nibbed once, and then I got like Lava Golem a couple times, which is unexpected. But I still think this is really good if people are not respecting, if people are just like A-Rise passing and they're not playing Nib and playing Kaiju's instead. So yeah, that's about it, guys. If you like this, rate, comment, subscribe in the video on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.